bailando. Tu boca y la mía felices gozando. Vas moviendo la cintura, sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo mi universo, ya no lo pienses más. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Déjame decirte, mami, una cosita. Yo te doy lo que tú necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré. Mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Oye, él no te quiere, no sabe cuidarte. Oye, yo tengo un mundo para darte. Yo solo quiero cuidarte. Oye, mueve la cintura. Oye, que seas mía toda la vida. Solo eso quiero.
Hey, Speedy, welcome to the show for everyone. This is Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. We bring you sports moments of your life, and I am Benny Kuji. All right, the preparations for AFCON is getting heated. Yes, I think all players now are in camp, even for Super Eagles and a majority of the team. The players are in camp preparing just less than a week to the AFCON, and there are a lot of questions being asked about the AFCON. This AFCON is actually affecting the European clubs. Yes, a lot of clubs crying, and that maybe just maybe they will reduce their dependence on African players, and that is one thing that we don't want to here. We want our players to be playing in Europe, because not just the money, but the experience, the facilities, everything. When it comes to Europe, it's better. We want our players to play in Europe, but with the AFCON coming up, and clubs are crying and wailing that their teams or their players are leaving them, it calls for concern. And I think that is one thing we will want to discuss about today. But before going to all of that, let's bring you up to speed with the latest sport news around you and around the world. The Confederation of African Athletics has confirmed that the 24th African Senior Athletics Championship will begin on Tuesday, May 12, 2026 in Accra, Ghana, officially setting the date for the continent's flagship track and field event. Ghana Athletics announced the confirmation in a statement issued on Wednesday after receiving formal approval from the Minister of Sport and Recreation and the Confederation of African Athletics, affirming Ghana's status as host of the championship, which will run till Sunday, May 17th, 2026. The championship is set to bring together the continent's leading athletes and officials, with Ghana poised to become the center of African athletics when competition gets underway on May 12, 2026. India tops the ranking of global sport drug cheats for a third straight year, the World Anti-Doping Agency WADA said, marking a dubious hat-trick for the country. India's National Anti-Doping Agency NADA collected 7,113 urine and blood samples, out of which 260 tested positive in 2024, the international watchdog said in its annual report. The findings are a major blow to India, which is preparing to host the 2030 Commonwealth Game, and an event seen as a stepping stone for the country's ambition of hosting the 2036 Olympics. India, the world's most populous nation with 1.4 billion people, was also ranked number one doping offender in 2022 and 2023. French athletes accounted for the next highest number on the list in 2024 with 91 positive cases, while Italy were third with 85. Russia and the United States come next at 76 cases, which followed by Germany 54 and China 43. And back to our topic of discussion. Clubs in Europe, and especially the Premier League sides, are preparing for their most intensive spell for the season over the festive period. But many squads will be depleted by the African Cup of Nations, AFCONs. The tournament hosted by Morocco runs from December 21st until January 18, meaning clubs could be missing their African stars for 6 league matches. European teams frequently rely on African internationals who play pivotal role in their squad. When these players depart for AFCON, clubs face several challenges. However, the disruption of some could provide an opportunity for others, as some clubs are without any players departing. Balancing the interests of African football, European club and players is complex, while aligning AFCON with the European calendar could reduce disruption. And I'm asking today, should AFCON be aligned with the European football calendar to lessen its impact on European teams, or should it remain its traditional schedule to preserve its unique identity? Yes, that is what we are discussing today. Should we align AFCON with European football calendar, so this could lessen the impact on European teams? Like I said at the beginning of the show, a lot of clubs are already crying, yes, because it's affecting them. We will take example, Fulham is losing 3 Nigerians, yes, to the AFCON. 3 Nigerians in the squad to the AFCON. So it's going to definitely affect them, and even other clubs that are also having some of their best players going to the AFCON. At this time, no team want to take any risk. So I'm asking, do you think that we should find a way of aligning our AFCON with the European calendar to lessen this impact on European teams, or do you think that it's still better for us to hold on to our traditional schedule and let us just preserve our unique identity? Okay, the numbers to call on the show today is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. Excuse me. And also, you can comment on our Facebook handle. Our Facebook handle is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. You call, if you comment there, I'll be here to read your comments live. Hello?
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 Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Kuji Benny, Kuji.
Good evening and welcome to the show.
It's Isaac from Edinburgh.
Okay, Isaac, go on.
I think, for me, we should maintain the traditional schedule. Yes, also in order to maintain our unique identity. These are just few of the ways that the European, especially, knows the importance of Africa. So that is just my take.
Okay,
So,
but you have
yes.
it's also affecting football in Europe and elsewhere. So how would you
That is the gap. It is that gap, that missing links of our African players. Yes, that makes them to know how important African players are there.
So you have to show how important by removing African players from Europe.
Pardon?
I say for you to show how important African players are to Europe, do you have to remove those players at a point in time so that they will have to feel it?
Of course, of course. If you look at the way they treated Mo Salah, for instance, let me tell you one truth about it. If it was an English player from England, he would have been treated the way he has been treated. If it was maybe from France, they would have been treated in the way they treated him. Look at, like in France, for instance, France national team. If they say all the African aborigines from France should leave France, France football would have been nowhere to be found in the world map.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that one. Okay. He's saying that we have to maintain our football. This time we're playing our competition. Yes, let's stick to it because that will also make the Europeans know the importance of African footballer. So what is your take on this? Our topic we are discussing today, like I said earlier, should AFCON be aligned with European football calendar to lessen its impact on European teams, or should it remain its traditional schedule to preserve its uniqueness? Hello,
Mr. Ben. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome to the show.
All right, yeah, speaking with Tina from North Bank.
Tina, okay, go on.
To your question, I think the European football you're talking about is a club side.
Yes,
it's a club side football, and we are talking about a continental football here. So it's just, let me just say, it's just two different things in this sense. So their calendar is different from that of Africa and Europe. Europe is Europe. Our players go there to go and make ends meet. Is their own, how likely their side hustle, if I should put it that way.
Okay.
So so our own tradition should be maintained. When I looked at that, do you know the people I'm even pitying in this thing is Manchester United? Yeah, because I see that they will even be the one to feel it the most. Because
you're not pitying. What about Fulham?
Fulham, we are talking about. Let me just say, the way Manchester United have been struggling this season, but look at their playmakers. Though Fulham also, the three key players there, Owobi, Chukwueze, and Bassi, they are very instrumental to the team.
Yes.
But look at Manchester United. When you talk about Boimo, Ahmad Diallo, and Mazraoui, and these three players are also key, and looking at how they have been struggling, it really affects them. But let me just say, it's just two different things in general. So
okay, let's just look at it from this perspective also.
Okay,
we have a competition that comes in between, let's say, the European tournament or European football. Don't you think it also it will affect the players, that is fatigue, and it will also increase their risk of injuries?
we are just looking at it in let me just put it like, we are looking at it in a way that I just told you that, Ben, in as much as it affects them. The player, the matches they're supposed to play in their club side, they are playing in their continents. So you just see the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that they're playing and flying back to Europe to play as well. So.
All right. Thanks for that one, Tina. Okay. Okay. Tina is insisting that the African competition, we don't have to joke with it. Hello. Hello. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Good evening, Mr. Benny Kuji.
Good evening and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Kenneth calling from airport.
Okay, Kenneth.
Yeah. Benny, for me, this topic is somehow not new to me because it's something we've looked at in the time past, and the Europeans. And
despite the fact it is always an issue, there are coaches complaining about it. It has not stopped.
Yes.
So we have to solve this problem.
So this is my point. You know, it's high time. In fact, it's already happening. So the Europeans, they just need to get used to it. They should know that AFCON, moreover, ideally, it's not normally played in December. It usually comes up, I think, sometime January or thereabout.
January to February.
Yes. Why they are playing it starting this December is because of maybe Morocco's weather condition. I don't know.
Yes.
The weather condition in Africa and that of Europe is quite different.
Yes.
The time the season is always over in Europe, here in Africa, it's always raining cats and dogs here and there in Africa. So they can't tell us we have to adjust our own football to suit them because of their
should we tell them to adjust their own to suit us?
Simple. If they feel or they think our players are so important to them, let them also adjust their own calendars to suit us. Not we always doing things their way. No, it's not supposed to be so. We all have our calendars, just like the Asians, they have their calendar as well. And the Oceanians, they all have their calendars. They can't go there and start telling them adjust. That was what Jurgen Klopp did sometime and was calling the Nations Cup a small tournament somewhere in Africa. When African legends came out for him, he was like trying to dodge from it that he didn't mean to insult the AFCON. The Europeans, they should just let us be. Not all the time they take things for us because they have maybe some of their key players being Africans. No.
But my question, like I asked, I've forgotten who I asked the question. Not Tina. Don't you think that the playing? I think it's Tina. Yes, the playing the European competition, then midway coming to Africa, playing a lot of matches. That within that period, a lot of matches that you play, won't there be fatigue and risk of injuries for African players?
Then within this period that the AFCON goes on, matches are still being played in Europe.
But the number of matches you play within that period in AFCON is more.
The only difference there is your training intensifies. That's the only thing.
And that
matches still go on in their club sites. It's not like when they come here, then the club sites maybe they go on break or players are being given holidays. No. They still play matches. And some of these players, when they come, they maybe get unlucky and knocked out of the tournament early and they all return back to their club side.
Okay, just one question before I let you go.
Okay.
Don't you? I'm just reasoning this because if you look at there are some clubs like Arsenal, they have no African players going for now.
Yes.
So don't you think some clubs will deliberately refuse signing African players because of this AFCON? Look at Sunderland, 6 players.
In the time past, Arsenal were always victim of this.
And that is why they had to scale down.
Not just because of that, because they didn't see any African player being fit or worthy of being in. No, that's the truth. Thomas Partey, who was deemed fit for Arsenal, thought to himself that he's more than what he's doing aiming at Arsenal, they let him go. So, I mean, Europeans should stop dictating for us all the time.
Okay, thanks for that one.
We have our calendar, and we play the Nations Cup to suit our weather condition here in Africa.
All right, thanks for that one.
Yeah, you're welcome.
European clubs should stop dictating for Africa. Hello?
Hello, coach.
Yes.
Yes, it's still Isaac.
Okay, Isaac.
Yes. I had wanted to. There were some thoughts after I dropped the initial call that came to my mind. And Kenya just reflected on those things. So I just want to support all the valid points Kenneth made. You see, we are with totally different geographical part of the world from Europe. So, and we have we operate on different time. So, a time and season, just like you also noted. So, I think the European, let them just leave us alone. So, how we arrange our own football. Yes, like the people in the Oceania, the people in the Asian, they have their own time schedule. They come up, they have their own. They CONCACAF.
They have their own.
And they have their own time schedule. So nobody dictates for them.
But maybe because they love African players, they want African players to be in Europe, and you don't hear during season that Brazilian players are going for Copa America. No, you hardly heard that.
No, I think it happens. I think it happens. Even if it really does, it happens occasionally. But just like I maintained that it is in time like this that Europe begin to feel the pulse of how important African players are in Europe, especially in England. There is not two ways about it.
Okay.
Without African players, English league and the other European leagues would have been nothing to write home about to watch. All
right, thanks for that one. Okay, as he called back to buttress his point that this is our competition and nobody should dictate for us. But I am just looking at most of the European teams and I'm just feeling for them. Hello.
Good evening, Kuji.
Good evening and welcome to the show.
Yes, to Gondemos, calling from Sabongida and Makadi.
Okay, Gondemos, go on.
Yes. I must ask a question first. Do the other continents align their Nations Cup with those of the Europeans? I need the answer from you.
From me?
If they don't align their own with those of the Europeans, they should stop disturbing with the Africans. Though their leagues are better than ours, our players do go there for their benefits, but we have our own schedule. So they should allow us to do what is convenient for us. That's the weather condition we feel is convenient for our Nations Cup.
So the health of your player, your African players, you don't want to consider it?
So in fact, it's hard to say, but we as a continent, they should see that what is good for us is ours and is what we like. So they have forced us to align our own Nations Cup with theirs. But if other continents align with them, then we will as well do so, because their leagues are superior to those of other.
Okay, for you, if everybody can come together and decide to do it, all the continents coming together, all the confederations come together and agree, for you'll be okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Other continents all agree. We Africans will not be an exception.
Okay.
For the international break, the international break is all over.
All over.
It's not, so there is no problem. So if other continents agree to allow it, then we will agree to do so.
Okay, thanks for that one. I think I like the angle Ogundemos is coming from. If we can all come together, sit all the various confederations and sit and let's draft a footballing calendar that will suit all the confederations and everybody will agree to it. I'm not trying to please one confederation or one confederation, so to speak, over the other. But let's just look at the European in Europe, the top 4 leagues. Yes, the top 4 leagues in Europe. How the players that are going. Okay, we have another caller. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Kuji.
Yes.
Kenneth calling back.
Okay, Kenneth.
It's just to add to or disagree with what Nicodemus just said.
Nicodemus?
There's no way.
Is it Nicodemus?
There's no way.
Is it Nicodemus
okay,
or?
There's no way. Okay, Okodemus or to me, I was thinking the name is Nicodemus.
No, it's not Nicodemus. Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's no way all confederations will agree to play like FIFA does. Mm-hmm. Because we all have our different weather conditions. Mm-hmm. Like I told you earlier, the Europeans, their seasons are always over. Here in Africa, it's always raining.
Yes, I know that.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Mm.
So there's no way football will be played under the rain all the time. Mm. You and I know how it's difficult to play under the rain.
Yes.
So here in Africa, so we arrange this thing in a way that it will suit us to play football very well.
Mm. All right. Thanks,
so they
thanks
should just
for that
let
one.
us be.
All right. Thanks for that one. Okay. Our time is fast spent. I thought I would just give a analysis of the clubs that are the 4 leagues in Europe. The number of players that are leaving, but our time is fast spent. Maybe another day we'll handle that. I think this is the much we can take on the show. Yes, it has been an interesting one. For me, I will say, let's do our thing and forget every other person. But this is the much we can take on the show. From me to you, I'm saying I'll see you next time on Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. God bless your heart. See you again. Bye.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Él te jura un falso amor, es un abusador. Juega con tu corazón, sabes decir que no. ¿Cómo decirte que te quiero, que muero por tu amor? Yo no he perdido la ilusión, ni el tiempo ni la razón. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Tu cuerpo y el mío juntitos bailando. Tu boca y la mía felices gozando. Vas moviendo la cintura, sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo.
As King Radio 98.